Okay, so compensation plan. Exciting, hey? So if you can put in the chat, if you were to give yourself a grade or on a scale of 1 to, let's only go to 5. 1 to 5, where you are at for an understanding or like a comfort of the compensation plan. Just drop in the chat. 1 being that you have no idea. You've never even opened the document. You have no idea how we get paid in Healy. Up to 5 being as like you have a general idea, because I feel like there's like there is nobody here, including like top of our lineage, that actually has full understanding of everything that's in that document. And I'm not claiming to be that. I would drop like probably a 4 in that. I don't know if that gives you a whole lot of confidence with me being the one to share with you, but I'm saying, like, to be honest, there are still pieces that when I was going through it to really like dig in, I'm like, I don't know. And so I don't know if there's mistakes in there. Or if there are just pieces that just are not, because I checked with the people that checked with the people, and we still had some things. And I will tell you a story at the end when I am not recording that you might find very interesting, that will, okay, so just looking through here. Okay, good. Yes. Okay, beautiful. So the goal with this is to help us understand the compensation plan. So the other thing that I would love to put in here is how you feel about it. So how we have your understanding, but like, let's just say, when we talk about compensation plan, is there a response in your body that is positive or negative? Are you like excited about learning about the compensation plan, or are you a little bit like shut down, like it's so hard to let information in? Overwhelm for sure. This is what happens with some of us with numbers, right? Okay. Yeah, okay. Oops. Speaker view. Okay. Beautiful. So now I'm going to turn the chat off. Feel free to keep putting questions in there. I'm just a very distractible human being, and I want to stay focused on what I want to share with you today. But feel free to put questions in as we go, and I will go back to them at the end. And of course, we can also open to questions at the end as well. I'm just going to share my screen, and we will begin. Present. There we go. Okay. Hold on one second. Before I share, let's make sure that I'm sharing the right version of the compensation plan that I created for you. You know, when you're building things in Canva and then you make like 25 different versions? Okay, this is the one. Perfect. I had to alter it a little bit for us here. So, okay, so compensation simplified was what I named it for the event. And what I realized was that, it wasn't really that simplified. It was explained, though. I did go into it. So to me, this is much more of like an explanation or a bit more of a deep dive than it was a simplification of it, which is okay. I think it's important. What I think is really important to understand is that we don't need to master the compensation plan in order to have success in our business. However, knowing this basic structure will really support you to expand. I look at it as like, the masculine and the feminine, the structure and the creativity, these walls that house us in our home, they're there to create that structure. And then within, we have that opportunity for all the beautiful like interactions and passions and love and juiciness to happen. And so you really can just simply receive the beautiful compensation that comes in, or you can start to get to know these pieces and see where you can expand. So I asked my community, I asked around to see what kind of things people were most curious about, and perhaps maybe they were a little bit like frustrated and confused about. So don't mind me, these dogs, I don't know what was happening, but I decided, we're just going to go with this guy. So he's like really excited about learning compensation plan. So these are some of the pieces that we're going to go through here. And then obviously leave some questions at the end. So we're going to learn about how we earn money and when we earn our money. We're going to talk about the points which make up the, kind of this part of the structure, the phases that we work through in our business, bonuses, which is my favorite because I love to make money. We're going to go through our enrollment structure, our ranks, and the dual. Okay. So when we think about, how we earn money, I first like to think about the fact that we want to tap into why we're wanting to earn money, first of all, like even beyond some of these details, really always remembering why. And for me, I'm not somebody who does like numbers very well. To be honest, I still count on my fingers sometimes. So I'm not like a math person, but I really am a money person. I'm somebody who really loves to earn money because money opens possibilities. Money is what opens these doorways for all the things that I dream of. And so sometimes that little mind shift at the beginning, there might be a story playing in your mind that blocks you from actually even opening to learn this stuff because you're like, well, I don't want to be that person who like is all about making money. I'm totally in full embrace of like being that person who's all about making money these days because it is possibility and potential. So just a little side note. So how we earn money in our compensation plan here at Healy, first is through the fast start. So if you're in your fast start now, that's great. We'll explain it at the end. But the fast start is this first opportunity for us to get a taste of how we earn money in Healy. And it really is creating a map to our success here. We get paid in multiple ways, in phases, as we progress through our business. And our compensation plan supports us in 3 major practices at each of the phases within a very beautiful compensation plan with beautiful bonuses. And so number 1 is in selling Heelys. And I was told to change that word, sell Heelys, to share Heelys by corporate. And I didn't listen because I think that might be one very important key at the beginning of learning is that we really truly are selling Heelys. If you look at the energy of what sharing is, like when you're, with your kids, right? You're like, no, you have to share. That means this person uses it, then this person uses it, and then it's back to this person. That is not what we're doing. We're selling. We're like, this is my offer and I'm releasing it to you. So it's important to know that we are here selling. If there's ickiness around it, then clear the ickiness and like let that be more clean. But first, we are being compensated for selling Heelys. We're also being compensated here and earning bonuses for building community, which is incredibly beautiful. And we're also being compensated for advancing in our business. So we're actually being compensating for growing. And when I look at my life, I really love the idea that I'm being compensated for selling somebody this incredible tool that has the capacity to like serve their beingness and humanity. I'm being compensated for building a community, which is incredibly nourishing to myself and to the others. And I'm also being compensated for advancing, which means I'm growing and expanding. So here is a compensation plan that really supports some incredible practices. The 3 ways that we earn through those phases, we're going to be earning percentage bonuses when we sell a Heely. We're going to be earning percentages on the products that we are selling. That our team members are selling. So as we build a team, we're being compensated by them building their teams. And then we have leadership rewards also. So when we become a leader, we earn matching bonuses on the earnings of the leaders below us. So we want to build leaders in our teams. Okay, so we're going to talk about the 3 phases of the business and what is so beautiful if you actually were to look at this compensation plan, because through each of these phases, we have different bonuses and they expand. And so we begin in the builder phase. So you'll recognize, you can kind of take note of what your rank is now. If you don't know what that is, that's okay. And so these are the, independent Healy World member up to executive builder is in our first phase. And in this phase, you earn core bonuses and your mentoring and coaching bonus. In the team manager phase, then you can see there's more bonuses from team manager to executive team manager. You still have that core bonuses the core bonuses that move through. You have your mentoring and coaching bonuses continuously, and then you'll move into the dual. So this is a beautiful beginning where you're starting to get compensated for building a team. We'll explain how, and then the advancement bonuses. And then here we have, sorry, things are all in my way up here. All the way, from director to executive director. This is more of your leadership phase. So you're going to be compensated in addition for being in this phase. There's, business activities that you're going to be supporting your team, helping them move forward. So everything in our compensation plan is based on, you can take a guess in your mind. I can't see the chat, but points, right? So everything here is based on points. We have a value, there's associated values for every price, and we're creating consistency and clarity here. I know when I came in, I was like, so I get paid on like a percentage on what, like it seemed a little bit complicated until I realized that everything here is broken down into points. We have multiple currencies throughout our company. Some of us have team members in Europe. We have team members in Canada, US, like all over the place. And so there has to be consistency here so that we can actually create that structure and understand what's happening. So this is directly from a price sheet in the back office. So just before you read anything else, just looking here, right? So these are the prices, obviously at full price. And if you've been here for a minute, we pretty much never sell at full price. But this is what's listed on our price sheet. So this number, the dollar values, that's what we're telling people Healy costs, right? So for example, right now, the professional is on sale at 50% off in Canada and US and Mexico. So for example, right now, I'm telling people in Canada, it's $24.16 for a professional. But the qualifying volume is what I'm actually concerned with for myself. And that's the QV. So right now, the QV is 1,000. You always have to look in the back office on the promotional flyer to get the current dollar value and the current QV because it changes as the sales go on. But we're utilizing the QV to calculate your direct device bonus. And you're also using it for your fast start. And then you use it for ranking. Okay, so that's why you want to know what the QV is of each of the devices. Okay, so remember that your direct device bonus is on your QV, and we'll go into that. So this is one of our points. We also have BV, which is our bonus volume, and that is used for the dual bonus and all of the other bonuses that don't use the QV, which basically is your direct device bonus. Okay. So going back, direct device bonus, you're calculating it based on the QV, and all other bonuses, including the dual, are calculated from the BV. And you can find these values on the price sheets. Okay. If you have questions, write them down now and we'll go over them after because I might answer them as we go through. Okay, so speaking of bonuses, we have two core bonuses. We have our direct device bonus and our customer subscription bonus. These are designed to support the core foundations of our business, okay, which is selling our products. This is essentially an affiliate model right here. You get a link, you sell a Healy, you earn a commission, okay? So let's go over the direct device bonus. This is the core bonus that moves through every phase. You earn a direct device bonus, okay? So 20 to 40% you're earning based on the total QV in that month. And we just explained the QV is the associated points to the dollar value. So you're not basing your commission on $24.16, for example, which is the price of the Pro right now in Canada. You're basing your commission on the QV, which is 1,000 QV right now. Okay. And so looking at this chart, it makes it very simple. If you sell between 1 and 1,999 volume, here we go. Sorry, guys, I really didn't. I just have to close this now. Now I have everybody in my way. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so if you sell between 1 and 1,999, you're earning 20% on the QV, right? And then throughout the month, if you sell more Heelys, you're going to earn more QV. So you're going to get paid a higher percentage. So say you sell up to 3,500, you're now earning 40% on the QV of every device. So let's just say the promo on a professional right now is at 35% because it's a really common one that we have. So say the QV of a professional is 1,300. Just look at some of these numbers here. So the direct device bonus on a professional at that 35% off pays you 260 euros at 20% and all the way up to 520 euros at 40%. And then we convert that to Canadian dollars, US dollars, wherever you are, it starts at euros. So let's give an example. So say you sell 3 professionals at that 35% off, 1,300 QV each. That's a total of 3,900 QV. Now you're going to earn, because you're over 3,500 on that chart here, you're going to earn 40% on each. That's a total of 1,560 euros. So I just converted to like super approximate. I just Googled euros so don't quote me on these numbers. That's approximately. So that's on 3 professional devices when they're on sale at 35% off. Okay. So that's your direct device bonus. It's pretty beautiful, but that is just one of the bonuses that we earn. We also have another core bonus. Subscriptions we don't have a lot of yet, but we will hopefully in the future. And it works the same. You add up over the month your customer subscription volume, and then you're paid a percentage based on how much you have at that end of the month. Okay. And this is all in the compensation plan in the back office. So when do we get paid? This gets a little bit confusing for some people. I've tried to break it down in the best way my brain can work it for you. So you get every Monday, we get a paycheck or a deposit. And that is going to be 20% of your direct device bonus. So if you sold up to 1,999 and under, anything under there, you're going to get 20%. That's your direct device bonus. That's amazing. You get that on Monday. But if you sold more QV, so up to, 3,500, for example, your additional 20% is going to be paid in the monthly pay, which happens on the 4th Monday of the month. So they break it up. You always get 20% of your direct device bonus on the weekly Monday pay. And then if there's additional 15 or additional 20%, that comes in the 4th Monday of the month. And that's why sometimes we get lost on what we're paying. You also have all of these other bonuses paid on the 4th Monday of the month. Okay. So that was the direct device. Now we have our coaching and mentoring bonus. This is the most beautiful part of our plan because now we start to get compensated for building a team. So the coaching and mentoring bonus is earned on the sales of your level 1 and your level 2 in our enrollment genealogy, right? So say your team manager, you're going to earn 10% off of everyone that has enrolled using your link, any of their sales. You're going to earn 10% off of their sales. Anyone that enrolled off of their link, you're going to earn 5% off of anything they sell. So beautiful. And you can see, obviously, as you move up in ranks, you're earning more percentage. So that's another kind of cue of why we like to rank up, because we're earning more as we go. So here's this dog, this one, he's a little less confused, maybe still curious. So we've talked about how we earn and when we earn. We've gone over the fact that the points are at like the core of everything here, that we want to understand our QV and our BV. The phases that we move through, we earn more bonuses as we move through the phases. And we've started to talk about the bonuses, but we'll continue on. So let's talk about our compensation plan, the structure, right? If you've come from another compensation plan, if you've come from another network marketing company, you may be familiar with these terms, the binary, structure. Here we have this hybrid because we have two structures within our compensation plan. We have our enrollment structure, which is our genealogy tree, and we have our dual structure, which is our binary structure. There's legs within both of these, and this is a very common point of confusion. So we have legs in the enrollment structure, we have legs in the dual. They are not the same at all. So we'll go over each of them. And then remember, within, we also have that affiliate structure we talked about, and that's your direct device bonus. So let's first talk about the enrollment structure. So this is essentially a family tree, right? Every person that you enroll in your business will become a leg in your genealogy tree. If you look here, we have 5 levels. So this is me, and each of these people used my link and became level 1 in my genealogy tree. And then they sold, they're my level 2s. And then they use their links. Now they're my level 3, level 4, level 5. So every person that you personally enroll through your personal link will become a level 1 in your genealogy tree. Every person that your level 1 team members enroll is going to be level 2. And then it goes on all the way, right? So that's how we build depth. Those are legs in our business, in our genealogy tree. Okay. So in your back office, you can identify your genealogy legs or your enrollment. This little, I believe it's an odometer. I'm not really sure, but here you can find your genealogy tree here. Sorry about my squiggles. I'm trying to draw with a mouse and I'm not good at it. So say this is you and you purchased using my link and you're on my team. You're a leg in my business. And you have sold 12 Heelys yourself personally with your link. You now have 12 enrollment legs. I've numbered them. Okay. See in the red, this is you. You are a leg in my business, and everybody that comes underneath you is part of that leg in my business because you're essentially a team within my team. So this is my genealogy leg. You're here. And then within you, like number 4, number 5, and number 10 have started to build depth in because they've sold Heelys. So now those number 4 and number 5 and number 10 are growing legs in your business, but each one of those 12 are a leg in your genealogy tree. Okay, that's really important to remember. Our enrollment structure is how we get to rank. It's how we advance in our titles. And it's also determining the percentage of bonuses that we earn. So we need to continue to enroll people and build legs in our business in order to get to ranks, which opens us to more bonuses as we're building a business. And we're here to make money because money allows us to accomplish our dreams and create freedoms in our lives. Okay, so let's talk about ranks a little bit here. When I first came into Healy, I was super resistant to the word ranks. I was like, this is actually like old paradigm. I don't like it. Why would I want to rank? I just looked in to see which ranks actually had like bonuses that I got for reaching them, and I didn't care about it. But now I understand much more about ranks. So there are career titles, which is the highest rank that we have ever achieved in our business. For example, I'm a senior director. I hit senior director, and then that doesn't mean I've hit it every single month, but I am a career title. I'm a senior director. And then there's a paid as title. So every month you notice that you start over for your paid as title. So each month you have an opportunity to reach a rank. And I promise that as you're building your teams, it does become easier to hit those higher ranks. But this is the way they, support us, as you can read there, in our successes as we grow. But I look at ranks here as a doorway. It's like a key that opens a doorway to earn more money in my business, right? It's just, that's very simple in my mind now, that every month I want to reach a higher rank because I earn a higher percentage, I earn more bonuses, and it's just an opportunity to open more. So how do we rank? You rank through reaching a required volume, right? From your personal sales, your downline volume sales, so everybody under you, so everybody in your genealogy tree, and from the volume of 2 of your enrollment legs. So people that you have personally enrolled. It's just a requirement. So 2 of those people that were on your thing are going to be utilized to help you rank. So if you can familiarize yourself with page 30 of the compensation plan, just make a note of that. You can go into it after. There's also a widget in your back office that's very helpful to help you see the requirements for ranking. So this is page 30 of your compensation plan. You'll find it. I would really just print it out, have it near you. I mean, there is the widget that helps too, but this is super great for creating goals for yourself. So there's only one requirement to rank across the board, and that's a rolling device point. So your 3-month rolling device points here, you can see it at the top. So you need to have one of those in order to rank every month. And basically that means you have to sell 1 Healy every 3 months. It's a little bit more complicated than, it's not more complicated, but they detail it. You can look at it in the back office. They have a little video about it that does a little scale and everything, but essentially you're looking to sell 1 every 3 months. So let's just look at like senior team manager, for example. You've got your rolling device bonus or device point, your downline volume. You need to have 4,000 QV in your entire team. That's your personal volume and everybody that's under you. And 2 of those enrollment legs need to have 1,000 points each. Think about how not complicated that is right now, because we have our professional device is 1,000 QV. So you would have to have 2 people in your team sell a professional this month, and then you would need maybe another person, or you could sell 2, and then you would hit senior team manager. And here is what opens up to you when you do that. These are the bonuses listed down here. So beautiful chart. The next one here, this is your the little toggle thing that I was talking about, the widget that you have in your back office. It's great. It shows you at live time as you're building sales, you're going to see. So team manager, you need your rolling device point. Your downline volume you need is 2,500. This is in the example how much you would have. And then here's your 2 legs. You'll have a strongest qualified leg and a second strongest leg. They both need 500 points. And that would get you to team manager. And in the back office, you can toggle to see the next rank, so you can see what you need next. So if you're going to toggle it to senior team manager, you would see next. So here's just a simple example. Say you sell a resonance at 35% off. You get 488 QV. You have someone in your level 1 sell a resonance plus 813. You have somebody else in your level 1 gets a pro, or sorry, sells a pro, and that's 1,300 QV at this example. So you have 2,601 downline volume. So you've hit team manager, right? Because you've got over 2,500 and you have 2 people in your team that have sold over 500. So when we get to executive team manager, there's another volume that comes in that you need, which is called outside volume. And this is downline volume from everything outside of those 2 legs, those 2 people we were talking about. You need to have other points. This includes your own points. So you're still able to kind of help, you know, you're selling and 2 people are selling, you can still hit executive team manager. But if you have other people selling in your team, they can help fill this outside volume. So you can just look at this example here. You've got, you know, downline volume for executive team manager requirement is 7,000. We've definitely covered that. We've got one person's definitely sold their 2,000. We've got another person's definitely sold their 2,000, but we don't have the outside volume. So that would mean somebody else other than these 2 people need to start selling, or me would have to start selling in order to actually hit this rank. So you see how now we're needing some structure built into our team. Here's an example in the back office of what, how you're going to identify who those strong legs are, your strongest and your second strongest leg are. So in your back office, here's a little chart icon. This is your performance manager. When you go in here, you click on team, and then you have access to, this is it. I mean, it looks a little bit different, obviously, because this is a built out chart for you here, but you'll be able to find the top 100 personally sponsored members of your team. So these points here, Jenny is my strongest leg. Lindsay is my second strongest leg. I made this up. This isn't real. So you can see, right? She's got 15,000 plus points. So she's my strongest leg. And Lindsay is at 13, second strongest leg. Just keep in mind, these are not all Jenny's personal sales. These are Jenny's team and her. So like we were looking at, like building those deep little, where my squiggly, terrible artwork is, Jenny's my level 1, but everybody that purchased under Jenny and under them are that leg in my business. So her whole team is my strongest leg. Lindsay's whole team is my second strongest leg. Okay. And so you can see up here the requirements for director, 13,000 points in the whole downline. 2 of my legs need to have 3,500 points, and I need to have some outside volume of 1,950, which is outside of those 2 legs. So you can see here, I'm way, you know, I've qualified easily. They have way over 3,500 points here. But if I didn't have these sales, I wouldn't be able to hit my director ranks. I still need Karen, and I still need Lacey, and I still need all of that in order to hit my director. Okay. So I'm just going to do some more examples, because I know that this is really hard for our brains to kind of, you know, it's numbers. We're like, wow, points, that's a lot. So let's do it with devices. So if we're going to get somebody to team manager, imagine in your head right now, I want to get to team manager. Let's get you to team manager. So what we need to get you to team manager, we're using 35% off promo language here because it's just a really common one. So I picked it when I was building this out. So to team manager, you need 2,500 in your team downline, 2 legs with 500. Okay. So this is you, and Ray and Jackie are on your team. And this month, Ray sells to Carrie, a professional, at 1,300. And Jackie sells, so I'm just going to mute. You can just see that there. Okay, so Jackie sells to Annie, 1,300. Add that up, 2,600 QV, you've hit team manager. And when you do that, you get into the dual, more bonuses. So let's go to senior team manager. So you need 4,000, 2 legs with 1,000 points each. So here you are. You've got Jackie sold to Annie, and Jackie had sold to Carrie, but now you sell a professional to Tom. So now you have 4,010. Okay, so senior team manager. So this is director. It may look a little bit complicated, but we're just still building. Okay, so Ray, Jackie, Tom. You've got Ray, Jackie, Tom, and you've still only sold to Tom, but these guys come in. Tom comes in and is like, whoa, I want to sell. So adding on, you know, Ray sells one more to Lindsay, one more professional to Lou, and Carrie sells one to Tara. She sells, this isn't a pro, sorry. This is supposed to say Resonance Plus right here. I'm going to keep my little mouse on there. And same with this one. Sorry, I was just copying and pasting. This was very late last night that I was adding this in. So you can see this is actually a resonance right here. Don't screen cap this. I did it wrong. Anyways, you can see the points are what really matter here, and you can see the Heelys. But this is just a map of how you would get to director. Essentially, you're wanting 2 senior team managers under you and then some outside volume. So that's why you're going to want to support and focus on getting 2 senior team managers on your team. This is senior team manager. You need 2 of this on your team. And then you get to director. Okay. And we can play with like all the different things of all, you know, for, you know, when it comes to ranking, but you get the idea. Okay. So here are some ranks that have beautiful bonuses with them. You might want to keep note of this. So when you get to team manager for the first time, or anytime, these are all for the first time. Just trying to get this out of the way. There we go. So when you get to team manager, you earn a €100 bonus. Senior team manager is €200 and executive team manager is €500. And if you support your team to reach those goals, you personally will get these bonuses, 50, 100, and 250. And then you can just point out to yourself a goal. Maybe you want to hit executive vice president by the end of the year. That's a 20,000 bonus. Or if you do it in a year, you get 40. This is just beautiful potentials that exist here. Okay, so still curious? I know it's a lot of numbers, but stay with me. Let's go over the dual now. So we've looked at the enrollment structure, the people that we bring into our business, right? We're building out our team in order to rank and in order to earn higher percentages of the bonuses. Okay, so let's look at the dual. This is completely separate. All those legs we were talked about, completely separate. This is our dual. So I like to think of the dual as like, I use the stream, right? We have 2 streams coming in. We are going to get paid a percentage based on our rank from the lowest volume of 2 legs. So we're going to get paid in this picture. You can see this one's kind of got more water coming down. We're going to get paid off of the lower volume of 2 of these streams. And at first I didn't like that idea, but I realized that I loved all the other bonuses that I talked about. And in order for Healy to have money to pay all of those other bonuses to us, they need to get it from somewhere. And this other stream is going to help them have that. You know, so essentially we're putting money into paying our team to hit bonuses and giving advancement. We're having that opportunity because there's money there. So here's another view of your dual. This is what you see in your back office. On your homepage, you will see your dual volume. Okay. So remember that you're getting paid a percentage from the pay leg, which is your lowest volume leg, based on your rank. And then your strong leg is the volume that has the highest number on it. And this may change over time. So it's not always your left or always your right. This is just an example. Your pay leg is the leg that you get paid on. And that's the lowest volume. And you're going to get paid the percentage based on the rank that you are. So for example, say you're team manager at the end of the month, you're going to get paid 10% off of 10,000, which is 1,000, right? I tried to, yeah, okay. I told you my math skills are really brutal. So you're going to get paid off of that. Okay. So we have to place our team members on a left or a right leg. When you have people that come into your business, you're going to place your team. So you're going to want to keep them balanced because you're only getting paid off of the lowest volume. You're only getting paid off of the pay leg, right? So if you had somebody coming into your business right now, looking at these numbers, on your left team, you've got 10,000 points, and on your right team, you have 50,000. So you've got somebody that's just purchased a Healy from you, and you're like, I'm going to place them. Where are you going to place them? In order to balance it, you're going to want to place that person on the left and see what they can do. But maybe that month, the next month, you're like, holy cow, she just sold so many. And then all of a sudden, you know, your left is at 100,000 points. The next time somebody is coming in, you're not going to place them there. You're going to place them on the right to balance it out. So here's some of the tips that I would say, you know, you kind of want to know what that person coming in is ready to do. So is she excited to sell tons of Heelys, or is she someone that just wanted to buy a Heely and maybe will sell here or there? That's information coming in to help you place, because maybe you're sort of balanced. You can kind of identify. So always ask somebody when they're coming in what their goals are, so that you have an idea of where you would want to place them. Because remember, your highest goal is to balance your left and your right dual. Okay. And you might want to talk to your upline as well and see where they're placing, because you're connected on a team leg with your upline. So you share a leg with your upline, and I'll show you how that is. So everyone here is on the left. This is their team leg here, right? So Karen shares a team leg with Jen. Leah shares a team leg with Karen and Jen and you. Linda shares a team leg with you guys. So they're outside. When you place somebody, so wherever Jen is placing somebody, sorry, I just can't see the U on my screen. So we're just going to go with Jen right now. So Jen is going to place somebody left or right. When she's placing somebody left, that's her team leg with you, because she's on the left. And that means when you place somebody on your left, say you place Leah, that's actually like on Jen's team leg, right? And then look, Jen has a right leg and she starts building there. That's her build leg. That's the leg you don't share with your upline. Everybody has a left, everybody has a right. And so for example, over here, Sarah's team leg and Soul's team leg and Mia's team leg is the right side, because Sarah shares the right side with you. And Soul shares the right side with Sarah. So that's their team leg, is the right side, and they're building their left legs. Okay. This gets complicated. It's not the end of the world if you don't understand that. You'll understand it more as you start bringing people into your business. But what happens is Jen is placing on her left. It actually gets placed down here on the leg. When Jen places someone, it goes on the team leg, and those points end up rolling up to these people, and you can end up helping people build their team leg. But your build leg, you're on your own, and we won't get into that because that gets too complicated. But just know you have a leg that you share with your upline, and you can find out what that is by asking, where did you place me? What leg am I on in your business? I know that I'm on Sophia's left leg. That's my team leg. So when Sophia places people on the left, they actually end up under me. It's not in my personal business, but those points actually affect me. Okay. Remember here, as far as placement goes, that you must place your members in 7 days after they come into your business. Otherwise, Healy will do it for you. Most likely they would place on the lowest leg, but you don't know if that's exactly, sometimes there's other strategies involved. So know that once you place someone, you cannot move them, right? This is a permanent decision. So choose wisely and don't accidentally press the wrong button, because that's happened twice to me with my fat fingers on my phone. I highly recommend placing on a computer instead of a phone, because it's happened twice. Okay, so we've gone through all of it. I really want to come back around to Fast Start here, because Fast Start is, as I mentioned, a map to success. It is also the first time that we have an opportunity to earn from the compensation plan. It gives us an opportunity to learn some of those practices that we just talked about in order to open into compensation. And we want to be able to teach our team about Fast Start because it gets us excited about the business. It also helps them learn how they're getting paid, and it's exciting to learn how we get paid. So this is the most simplified version that I can think of for Fast Start. It doesn't have to be complicated. We encourage people to sell 4 devices because no matter what promotional sale we have running, 4 devices will definitely get them into the green. It will help them earn back their investment. Obviously, you know, depending on the promotion, that might be more than enough points, but that's the number we like to focus on. Because in your Fast Start window, so your Fast Start window is the month that you enroll plus 1 month for your Fast Start cash bonuses. So if somebody enrolls on the 12th of the month, they have the rest of September, because we're in September, sorry. If they were to enroll on the 12th of September, they have the rest of September, and then they have all of October to earn their extra Fast Start cash value. And then they have an additional month, November, to earn a free device. So that's your Fast Start window. The month you enroll plus 1 month, the month you enroll plus 2 months. So let's look at that. Break it down a little bit more. During the month you enroll plus 1 month, you're doing Fast Start cash bonus things. So we described the device bonus. You have that. It's always consistent even through. So you start learning about it. You earn between 20 to 40% of the qualifying volume of each device sold, right? The QV varies based on your current promotion, just like explained in the whole explanation I just did about the direct device bonus. That's the same as always. But in your Fast Start window, you earn extra cash. So you earn your device bonus based on how much volume you'll be earning 20 to 40%. And that chart is back there. I can go back to it if you need to when you ask questions and show you. So if you earn 3,500 points and above, you're earning 40%. In addition, you earn this cash start. So you can find this on the flyer always because it changes based on the sale that's on. So for example, this is an example of 35% off on top of your already earned direct device bonus. You would earn 150 euros on each Healy professional device you sell. And this is just showing the QV that you're basing your direct device bonus, you're earning and your ranks on this as well. Okay. So in the month that you enroll plus 1 month, you have an opportunity to earn this extra cash on top of your direct device bonus. And then you have the month you enroll plus 2 months to earn a device bonus. And so what this is, in your Fast Start, you actually have a widget on your back end that will keep tally as you earn QV. And as you earn QV, you earn a device. So if you get to 1,000 QV, so for right now, if you sell a professional and you're in your Fast Start window of enrollment month plus 2, you're going to earn a Healy Gold. They're going to send it to you. And 1,500 gets you a holistic all the way to 3,000 points. So right now, if you sell 3 professionals at that 1,000 QV, you're going to earn a Resonance Plus. And you have the month you enroll plus 2 months. So if you've just enrolled in September, you have all of November and December. No, sorry, October. I forgot October. You have October and November to earn your free device. And what you can do with your free device is up to you, but it's a great opportunity to share Healy. And then we also have advancement bonuses within your Fast Start window as well. So if you get to team manager, you always get 100 euros. But if you're in your Fast Start window, you get an additional 100 euros, which is a 200 euro converted into whatever currency you are in. Okay. So that's Fast Start. And if you consider yourself that your goal every month, if you Fast Start yourself every month, you will watch your business grow. You sell 4 Healys every month. Maybe you support 2 of those members to Fast Start every month. It's a good business plan, just a suggestion. Okay, so most importantly, have a vision for your business and allow this compensation plan to just support you on your journey. So coming back around, you don't have to master this. It's happening. And as you build your team and you're actually doing the like, okay, somebody comes in and you see in the back office, it starts to expand and grow and become much more easy to understand. So don't be hard on yourself if like the numbers, the points, the phase, all that stuff doesn't make sense to you. It's okay, because you're still going to earn money. The most important thing is you have a vision for your, what are you doing here? Why were you drawn to Healy? That is your focus. Have conversations about Healy and sell our, Healy products into the world to help raise consciousness, to help serve humanity. That's the most important thing. And you're going to be compensated for all of that. Okay. So I'm going to close this, come back to the chat so I can see. Just going to look through here for a moment. Okay, so yes, it says, are the monthly values calculated on calendar date? Exact. Yes, we are all of September, all of October. Yes, calendar dates. In the back office, I know you found it, Meta, but in the back office, you find the compensation plan under tools and downloads. And you can even toggle extra to compensation plan if you want to find it directly, but it's there. How do they measure if you help your team get there? Well, basically, I think that probably was answered as you go there, because like they don't measure how you're helping your team example, but if you're building a team, then you're getting compensated because you're ranking, and then you're going to earn higher percentages as you rank. So building your team, helping people come into your business and helping people, you're building your genealogy legs. So in that practice of building the genealogy legs is how you're actually building a team. And then Healy's compensating you because you earn a higher percentage the higher you rank. Let me look at the dual widget. When you look at the dual widget on homepage of the back office, what does it mean when it says from unplaced members? So every month you have to place your members. And when they're not, I don't have an example of it to show you right now, but you will see in your widget, there is points from unplaced members. Once they place their members, then that goes into your whatever side it is that's on there. So if it's unplaced, it actually goes into your lowest leg at the end. Like that's why you want them to place. So you can see, so if you see unplaced members there, you're like, okay, you guys need to place because those values aren't, they're not placed, because you know how they will place in 7 days. So you want your members to place their team members so that you can see your numbers, because it kind of holds out separate there. I don't know if that answered your question. I'm such a visual person. I'm like, I need to put it. You can just unmute Caitlin if you want, because I'm going to go through questions here.
Sure. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the back of the homepage right above where you have your widget with like your rank, and on the right side, yeah, so it says dual volume, and then okay, I think you answered that question. So when Healy places for you, if someone on your team hasn't placed their members, do they alternate, or how does that work?
I don't know. Nobody know. I mean, it is assumed that they will put the person in the lowest leg. That's an assumption. I mean, but it's a system that's placing it. So I would imagine that they're placing them in the lowest leg to help you. But say you didn't want them there. Like there's been scenarios, and I don't want to get it complicated, but like, for example, for me, I had very like kind of like balanced ish. It was like off by a couple thousand points, which is only a pro here or there, right? And then I knew somebody was coming in and she was going to really sell a lot of Heelys. Had I have let them place her, they would have placed her on a spot that like, just because I knew the team members in there, and I know that's what I'm saying, have conversations with your people so you know what they're going to be doing. Because if you're only a couple thousand points out and Healy places somebody in the lowest leg, you don't necessarily want them there, you know? Okay. Go ahead,
I have
Healy.
a question. Yeah, I have a question. Does, so just in my example with Caitlin, does where I'm placed in her charting matter from a payment or bonus like perspective for me, or is that only her stuff?
Where you're placed.
In her compensation chart,
Yeah.
like left versus right,
In
does
the
that,
dual?
yeah, does that matter for my opportunity from a compensation perspective?
Yeah. Yeah, it does matter. It does matter because there is a way for Caitlin, do you know where she's placed? Just so my brain can.
She's on the right.
She's on your right. Okay. So you're on Caitlin's right. So that makes your right is your team leg. Okay. And so anyone that you have coming into your business on that right side now, anyone Caitlin places on her right is going to be under you in the placement structure, in the dual structure. And so, I mean, you're not going to see them in your back office or anything like that on your, I mean, there is a way, but it's not about that. But there is a way that then those points that person that Caitlin places right underneath you, they essentially like roll up to you. And it gets a little bit complicated. And I actually don't have a 100% how spillover works. I've been asking for a year to get that full explanation to me, but that's what people just keep saying to me. Personally, I don't see it on my back end, so I can't explain it 100%, but there is a way and you can watch and see what happens. So every day, and I know you haven't like had this experience yet, but it will affect you because if Caitlin has a lot of points on her right side, then you get the benefit of that. Okay, because that's your team leg. But if she doesn't have a lot of points on there, then you're having to build that up. So it does kind of matter where you come into this business and what, sometimes it's the luck of the draw. And now seeing that there are a lot of people that have done really well in this company that are not on like a very powerful like team leg, they're building both sides of their business. And to be honest, it's like most of the people have actually done the best, I think, because you're not relying on somebody else's points coming down to fill it up.
Yeah. Right.
But,
I have two more questions. Can you send this PowerPoint presentation to us?
yes, I'm going to put them in
Great.
yeah.
Awesome. And then my other question, I feel like now I'm going to forget it. So let's say for like 4 months you do good business. So every single month you're doing good business and you go to some level and call it whatever, you're a couple levels up. And then 1 month you do zero business. Do you drop down because it's per month?
So you have your career title. So the highest rank that you achieve in those 4 months, say you get all the way to director, you will always be considered a director.
Okay.
But that's just for like acknowledgement purposes. As far as what you're earning every month, you start back again. And then whatever that's your monthly like rank, your paid as title is going to start over every month. But like I mentioned, say if you got to director, that means you definitely have 2 enrollment legs. You have people that are selling. So each month it becomes easier to hit the ranks because you've built structure into your business. Okay.
Got it. Thanks.
Okay. I'm just going to see, Jennifer, getting paid on our lesser leg. Is that all the bonuses or just the dual? Just the dual. So completely separate. Your enrollment structure, right? The people that come into your business, they're there to help you get to ranks, right? Because when you look at the structure, you've got your strong leg, those requirements are to get you to rank. So they help you determine the percentage that you're going to be earning off of your core bonuses, your coaching and mentoring bonuses. And it's going to help you determine the percentage that you earn off of the dual. But that percentage, you're always getting paid off the lower leg of the dual, but so they do help each other. That's why I explained the enrollment structure first, because the higher you rank, the higher percentage that you earn off of that dual, lowest leg of the dual. Does that make sense? Go ahead, just unmute yourself.
So I understand what you're saying, but in terms of like, for instance, my dual is so imbalanced now because when I first came in, I
Yeah.
was told just balance it out. So keep putting people on my left, just don't worry about it until they're balanced. And I'm like, that is not the right advice, because what you're saying is really talk to the people and see where they're going to go, because now all my strong leaders are on my left. So my right is like hardly anything.
I honestly think that this is just the game of the business, because like I talk to everyone, like Rochelle's like, oh my God, remember when she did that call? Like hers is so out and she knows what she's doing. She's talking to people. You never know what people are going to do. You can like make the best choice that you can, like talk to somebody, but like really have a conversation and identify there. Like, for example, you know, Jana, right? So Jana came into my business and she said, I'm never running a call. I don't want to do any like right? And I like, which is funny now. But I was like, okay, that's great. But what I did know is that she's an influential person. She was going to fucking love Healy. I knew better than the words that were coming out of her mouth. And I put her on the side that was not connected to my team leg. So I put her on my build leg, right? Because I have like potentially, I mean, I don't know how it works. I haven't really figured like 100%, but I know like Sophia is upline from me. So I put her knowing she was going to be a builder, even though she didn't know that. I knew she was going to be a builder. I put her on my build leg, even though there was slightly higher points at that time. I still put her there. She blew that leg out of the water. And now everybody that's coming into my business, I have to put left. Like I have, let me just give you an example. Mine is like at 1,000 points and like 100,000 points. So I'm only earning a percentage off of 1,000 points right now.
Okay.
But that's
so what
okay.
does that mean for you? So, okay, perfect. Because mine's similar. That what you're earning on the 1,000, what is that? Because you
I earn
still
it
get
based on my rank.
right. So if you are, let's just say you keep senior director, you're going to get 14% of that 1,000, right? But are you still getting money from deep in down your downline, or is that no? Are you still
like
getting
on my other side, you mean my right side?
Yes. Are you still making money off of those 100,000 points at all?
Well, not directly. What happens, I like to think of it as like a savings. That potential is there because every month, so let me just, because this is important actually. What's going on? How come? Hold on, where'd my presentation? Oh, there it is. Okay, so the dual, let's go to that little, there. Okay, so every month I'm paid off of this. And then what happens is Healy extracts 10,000 from the bigger side. So it just comes out of there every month. That's how, when we get paid off of our lowest leg, our pay leg, then 10,000 is going to come out of here because they balance it out. So the difference is and that's that money I was talking about that they have to pay for our bonuses and such like that. So that will come out of there. And then I did these numbers so you could see the next month, this is what my numbers would look like because they subtract the 10, they pay me out of here. And so at the beginning of the next month, it's going to be 0 because they paid me from here. And then it takes 10 out of here. So then that 40,000 points remaining are still 40,000 points that I have gathered, right? And so now if this leg becomes higher, I still would have those 40,000 I get paid out of. So it's like a savings account once I balance it out. Does that make a little bit of sense?
Yeah, I had a question that came out. So basically so the 1,000, so right now you have one leg with 1,000 and the other is 100,000 and they're going to keep taking from the 100,000, right?
Yeah. So every month, so say I still have, so say this, oops, where did it go? just for our example that we're talking about. So 100,000, right? So say this month I get paid off of here. Next month, what it would look like at the beginning of the month is this, and
90, right?
yeah.
Okay, so then
say I have somebody come in, say I place like a number of teams or something like that, right? Like when it gets to this point, I'm now going to be earning off of here. So those points are still there for me, right? Because then I earn off of here now.
right, but so do those points though, because so because so it keeps lowering, like, because when I first came in,
that makes more sense. There
my right side keeps getting less and less.
Because you're getting paid off of it, right?
Oh.
Your bigger side, sorry? You mean your bigger side?
When I first came in, it was the right, and now it's the left that's bigger. So my right side was bigger.
Yeah.
And I noticed that it's less and less and less and less and less. It's now, and it went from like, 50, I had like
Because the points are coming out of there. So every month they extract the points out.
Okay, so just one more question. I'm sorry. So then is there any way that so if my left leg, I'll just use it. My left leg is now a certain amount of points, and then my right leg is very small. How do I have to now put people back on the right leg? When
new members come in, you're going to place them on your smallest leg.
So when I came in, I had a certain amount of points just by coming in, probably because we're just,
because it's
are
your
those points
leg.
Am I ever gonna get more points coming from Jess again, or no? That was it.
You'll have to talk to Jess about where she's placing people. If she's placing people on that leg, you're on her right?
I think so.
Probably not.
Oh, okay.
Jess is also very, very out of balance. But you never know. You never know.
Okay.
So talk to her. That's the conversation
I think you are. Sorry. I think you are on the right, Jen, because one day I went into crazy land and I looked at every single person on my right side because I was like, who's here? I've got to know who's here. And you were on that, and McLean was on that, and Steffi was on the right. But
I'm pretty sure that that's Jess's like highest. I don't, because she's not going to place on the leg that her highest points are either. So that's the conversation you have with your upline, just so that we're clear as like understanding. That's why you want to know, because if she is placing that, she can be helping you a little with those points that are coming down, right? But if she's not going to be placing on there for a while, that's information for you to take in to help with your strategy. This is like, it's really beautiful to have these conversations with our uplines and our team. And sometimes maybe like, now that Jessica is also on your right. So you might want to find out who came in first in the business under Jess, because if Jennifer, you came in after Jess, then your points help her. You know what I mean? Because you're on that team leg. So
right, I did come in.
And that was my question. So all of the points below, like when Jen has a sale, it helps me. But when I have a sale, does it help her? Does it help?
Well, Jen was placed after you.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. So her points help you, but yours do not. Yeah.
So my points only help my personal downline volume. Our personal downline people.
Well,
is
anyone
that right?
who was placed before you.
Okay. Oh, this has been amazing. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
and I'm
to,
so sorry that I can't explain this
No.
spillover better, because I've been asking everybody and my brain is still like, okay, I'm halfway there. I'll come back to you in a couple months when I really understand that.
You are absolutely amazing. This has been phenomenal. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, Jen. Sorry. I'll be quiet now, but I love you all.
Thanks.
And I'm so happy to have Lucy here. She's on my team, or if she's still here. She is.
Yeah, she was there. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll try to get there. Is there anything else on that, Jennifer?
No, I agree with Jess. You're amazing. I've never, I'm still needing to comprehend, but I've never understood as much as I understand right now. So thank you.
We'll keep going. Well, I'm like, as I learn more, I will keep doing these because I think it helps in some way. It's there. Okay, Jenny, go ahead.
Yeah, so going back to the slide that you were just showing Jen on, as an example, so your left leg had 10,000 points and your right had 50. So when they pay you out on that 10,000, then they deduct the 10,000 from your right. Does that right point, do those points go away at the end of the month, or is that like a bank?
Yeah. So what happens? Yeah. Just to reiterate, yes, so 10,000, right? You're going to get paid on your 10,000. So, at the beginning of the next month, you'd have zero, and then you would have a 40,000 here.
And that 40,000 doesn't go away at the end of next month.
No, it just stays there. And then if your right team, if the people that were on your right dual, the people that you had placed right, earned more points that month, that will go up, but that 50 is never, not going to go there. But then do you see, like, they always extract this amount, whatever this amount is every month, they'll take it away from here. But your right team might continue to like sell Heelys and build up that. So it's going to change because if anyone that you've placed right is selling, those points go into here.
Got you. And it's not like, again, like if you don't sell that month, like it just stays and it can grow. It only
Yes.
deducts if you get paid out of.
Yes, of the other one. Yeah, correct.
Got you. Thank you.
Okay. 1 second. I'm just going to continue on the, really important. I didn't really get it. Okay. I don't know what that was. Holly, I don't know if I answered your question. I just saw in here, it says, this sounds wildly important, but I don't really get it. And there was a couple other people that don't get it, but I don't know what it was. I don't know if I answered that. Okay. So our sales affect our upline, not our downline. Our sales affect. McLean, did I sort of answer? Is that what we're asking basically again, what I just talked about, the spillover again? I don't know if McLean's still here. McLean, if you can unmute yourself, do you want to just clarify your question?
Yes, for the dual. She said yes.
Okay.
Just
Hi. Sorry, my
Okay.
computer stopped working.
Oh.
Jess, what Jessica was saying about like if her sales affected, Jen, her downline, or someone down on her down team, or just the upline. So the dual, like our personal sales would only affect our upline, right? In that way. In the family
It's
tree.
also under you as well, like, because if it would affect the people on your team line, because on your team leg in a way, like, because that volume affects, like that whole volume affects the downline on your team leg. When somebody's on the build leg, like they that then, well, actually I'm just looking at it. So left and then right. So your sales would also support say your team leg is your left. You share with your upline on the left, and then you make sales. Because the right, yeah, it would affect both. It would affect both. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the information of exactly how, because even in the explanation of the comp plan that I listened to, Taryn, that I listened to, all they say is like, when you place somebody on that leg, it goes below and then spills over. We can talk to Rochelle about it and see if she can explain it a different way. She explained it to me, but I still didn't necessarily get like the how that works exactly.
Thank you. This has been highly illuminating and amazing.
We're working on it.
No, you're amazing. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks for all the votes for president. I'm on my way. Okay. I'm saving the replay. Okay. The build leg, just to clarify, your build leg is the leg you do not share with your upline, So If your sponsor, if you're on their right leg, for example, then your build leg will be your left. If they placed you left, then your build leg is your right. So your build leg is just the leg that you're doing without any help from the people above. Okay. I'm curious about trips only because I know someone. I don't know what that means. Sorry, Holly, I don't know what trips are.
Yeah, I just to clarify, I know someone who is in this like structure in a different company, and she's on a trip like every month. So I was just curious if that is a thing that Healy does or if it's just the compensation plan. Like free trips. She's on a free trip like every month.
Oh. Yeah, no. 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 I've not heard of it. I mean, we do have like events and stuff within Healy. But no, it's not like you don't earn a trip in. Yeah, because I think there's like compensation plans that are like, here, have a pink Cadillac if you get to a certain point. We don't have that built in. Nope. Okay, is there any other questions? Feel free to just raise your hand, unmute or whatever if you have any other questions. I like to look at people. I'm looking through the little things. I think we've dropped so many. That was a really long call. I'm not sure my brain will be able to have the capacity to answer any more questions right now after 2 calls in a row. But is there any other questions about what we talked about today?
Yeah, quick question about compensation calls. Is this like something that happens on a regular schedule, or is this just because there's enough new people, members?
This was just me, myself, and I. I was asked to speak at the anniversary, the 1-year anniversary in Calgary. And she gave me 2 choices. She was like, do you want to speak on the new member journey or the compensation plan? And I was like, well, I don't use the new member journey, so I will talk about the compensation plan. And it's just something that I decided there is not a whole lot of people. So hold on, I'm going to just 1 second. Let me stop recording.